fridge is a little heavier than we expected. Good thing we got backup, right? Thanks.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully. We could ask him if he wants that. Okay, you think we could do this? Well, for my... if you want. Okay.
Ready?
Catch the handle. You guys. She is. I think we're going like pinks and teals and blues on it, so that'll be fun. Jump in the lake right about now. So now that I finally have a good fridge here, I am going to show you guys how I take them apart and paint them. So this is a General Electric refrigerator. It has the Lazy Susan shelves, and I'm pretty sure this one is a 1960s, but I'm going to take the door off and then take it apart so I can take the emblem and the door handle and stuff so I can paint it, and then I paint the body separately. So now that we have the door off, in order to take the emblem and the door handles off, we actually need to take this inside panel out. And the way you do that is there are a bunch of screws underneath this nasty sticky seal, and we're going to take all of those out and pull this face panel off. Okay, so this is what the inside of the door looks like, and to get to everything you kind of have to move the insulation around, and you'll find little bolts in there. So a lot of times these things will have a lot of like weird glue and stuff, but I just took off all the screws and now I have the handle off. So all the emblems are different depending on the fridges. This is one that I actually haven't seen yet, but it's literally just kind of folded over on itself, and then you just flip it up and pull it out. So here is one of them that I've taken out. Now that I have the emblems out, I just kind of stuff everything back where it was, and then I'll mask very carefully around this edge and just kind of put some paper over that to keep it all in there, so I don't have it floating around everywhere. But now I can do bodywork and paint on the door, and then I can do the body separate. I am prepping the door with 320. As you can see, I got down to some bare metal. I'm just feathering out, you know, any weird scratches and such that might show up if I don't feather them out. So the reason I'm not blocking the door is because I'm actually going to be flaking it, and it's just going to get super textury again, and with all the layers that I do with custom painting, by the time you're done and to the end, it's pretty blocked out flat on its own. Alright guys, so I actually decided that I was going to pull this one out of the corner and just paint at the same time, because I usually flake the front of the door and then the body gets painted a different color. So I figured I might as well just do it at the same time. This one hasn't been purchased yet, so I might paint it and either raffle it or try to sell it. I also have it kind of in my back room here. I'm going to try to take the door off first and then see if I can lift it with a dolly. This thing weighs more than I do, so unfortunately I cannot move it around very well, so we're gonna see if this helps. That door was a lot heavier than most of them usually are. Hopefully that takes off some weight so I can move this thing around. Guys, I don't know. Here we go. Now I got two to deal with on top of my workload, because why not? Alright guys, so here's another inside look on a different fridge. So we have this emblem, and the door handle. This is the other style of clip that I was talking about, and the weird glue shit that they put all around it. So these are just little pins, and then they just have a little slide clip that kind of just slides right over the top. Actually doesn't seem too bad. So there's just a little hole, and then those are just pins, and you have to take all of them out, and then you can take it out. Okay, so now I'm taking the door handle off, and there is 4 screws right there, and then it's actually still connected. So if you get one like this, look at the pivot points. Right here we have a little cotter pin kind of thing, and if we undo that, then it should let that rod go, and then we can just slide it back up and put it back in when we're done. And there you have it. So I just put it kind of back together so that I don't lose anything, and now it is ready to be sanded and painted. So I got the fridge bodies prepped in 320, and we're going to paint both fridge bodies today. I still have to mask this one up, but I did a little bit of body work, you know, in a few places that it needed, but we did not go too crazy on them. Today I'm trying out the new Sada Jet X guns, and I'm super excited to try them both out. Both of these fridges are going to have very beautiful colors. I swear I always find the weirdest and craziest things in these old refrigerators. One of them I found like a newspaper from like 1950s in, but it was like so brittle it just fell apart. But this looks like it's freaking handmade. Smokey here thinks that the insulation is cotton candy. We tried the Sada Jet X HVLP, and then we tried the Sada Jet X RP for clear coat, and I think we were spraying at too low of a pressure, and so we got a little bit more texture than I was hoping for, but it will buff out perfectly fine. Here is the purple one. This one's going pinks and teals and purple. One went a really pretty navy blue. Overall, I'm pretty happy with how they turned out. I used the Alpha Glamour Clear on this, and I'll show you guys, and then I used the 7500 Clear on this one, which is something from my local paint store, and they both did really well. The 7500 is mainly what I use. This is the Alpha, which it also looks pretty good too. They are both 2-to-1 clear coats, and the Alpha is about 45% solids rating, and the 7500 is about 67. So that's why I use that majority, because I do a lot of building and layering, and having those extra solids helps a ton. So ignore my mess, but these are the 2 clears that I used. Made our own custom colors. They're both actually candies, house color candies. I used cobalt blue and purple from House Color, and then we just mix them in with Xyrillic pearls and pretty much make a candy base coat, and we shot it over black. They both turned out really good, and I can't wait to do the doors next.